Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande, Roth. Looking like a pretty good week. We get rid of that rain. We'll get up to about 52, mostly sunshine today. A little mix of sun and cloud, but mostly sun today. And the week looks pretty good, although it might get a little chillier as we go. It looks mostly dry, and we will take that always, right?
Always.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Can I say that enough?
Thank you for confirming my belief
Always.
that we like dry weather. Yes. We still have plenty to get to. We'll start this way, Cande. My father-in-law is back in town.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. I'm doing even better. Him being back in town means I have a fixed toilet already.
Already? That's the first thing he did, isn't it?
No, he showed up Saturday late evening.
Ah, gotcha.
He didn't want to drive in the rain on Sunday. So he showed up Saturday, like dinner time-ish, somewhere in there. He showed up with 2 pizzas. He called ahead and said, "I'm bringing 2 pizzas." I said, "Great." So he shows up, and then I already had the part for him, and Sunday morning, after breakfast, and he watched a little TV, he fixed our toilet. It was great.
I remember now why we were texting so much, because you started by saying, I was at Home Depot, and I bought the part, and I'm thinking, no way, on this green earth, did you go to Home Depot by yourself, find the aisle, and buy the right thing, all by yourself. And that's why we kept texting back and forth, because I'm like, really? You didn't have to ask somebody. And then you confessed that your father-in-law, you showed him what's up, and he told you exactly what to buy. And then I'm sure you needed help once you got to Home Depot. But you were making it seem like you were the manliest of men, walking into Home Depot, right to the plumbing department and getting the part you need.
Cande, you know me too well.
I do.
I sent my father-in-law a picture Saturday morning. I sent him a picture of the broken part inside the toilet, right, where you take the top off, okay?
Yes.
And it was a broken, the flusher part, right? It was broke off. So
yes,
I sent him,
and the most important part.
Right. You said it. So I sent him a picture. This is exactly what I wrote, word for word. I wrote, "Let me know what I need to buy. It's that white piece that broke from the flusher. I have to pull that broken stick up to get it to flush." So I write him that, right? And he wrote back 2 words. He wrote, "New handle." That's all he wrote back. So
that's all you need.
I walk into Home Depot, and by the way, you're right. Normally, the first thing I do is go right for a worker and say, "Where can I find this?" And I absolutely 100% agree with you. That's what I do, because I don't want to be walking around aimlessly. I go to someone.
Even though I have to say, at Home Depot, they do have the aisles pretty well labeled.
Well, and that's my point on this one. I did not ask somebody. I walk in, I looked up at the end caps there, all the way up on the ceiling, right? And I saw plumbing. I said, what I need for my toilet must be under plumbing.
It must be.
I go down to plumbing. I walk down the aisle, and I see like part of the section is labeled toilet fix or toilet something. I'm like, that must be where I get my toilet stuff.
Oh, boy. How long were you in Home Depot the entire time? I want to know how long.
I was there no more than 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes.
Really? And you found the part all on your own?
I did. I found what looked like a flusher, a new handle. That's right. And I saw 2 of them. One of them was about $8 and looked cheap. And one of them was $15, and it said 5-year guarantee. I said,
"Oh, that's the one for me."
I said, if I won't get my Whopper today. Okay,
for goodness sake.
I'll pay the extra for the good piece.
I would do the same thing. Why have it break again? Right? It's a pain in the butt.
100%.
No pun intended.
It felt heavier. The package felt heavier.
Right.
I'm like,
this has
to be better. Yeah, has to be better. So, and yes, he This was
And
the
what did it take him? 3 to 5 minutes to fix it?
this is the best part. Okay, so now it's about, I don't know, 12:30 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. He comes up from the basement. He just finished watching some show he wanted to finish, and I was sitting up there eating lunch. Me and Leah were having some food. He comes up. Now I'm in the living room, and I can't see that he's going upstairs. He grabbed the piece. He opened it up. He goes upstairs. He comes like 2 minutes later. He's downstairs, and I know full well he just fixed it, and it took him that quick to fix it. And
Yeah.
yet I wanted to see him. I wanted to say the appropriate thing. So I said, "Oh, hey, you ready to fix that? Do you need a hand?" And he said,
Idiots.
he said, "It's done. It's fixed."
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
we all want the artist known as Tony. You're
Yeah.
very, very fortunate.
I am lucky, for sure.
Now, if you tell me he made breakfast yesterday for you, I'm throwing in the towel.
No, we did not. We
All right.
sat together, had coffee,
Okay.
whatever.
I feel better. I feel a
No.
little better. All right.
He did not make
Good.
breakfast. No.
Good. You want to
All
talk
right.
about the movies you told me to watch?
Yeah. So right, I will tell you about what I watched, and you could tell me what you watched. And you did tell me earlier in the hour that you were not that thrilled with one of my recommendations. So, go ahead, rip the Band-Aid off.
Well, first off, I watched the Eddie Murphy Candy Lane Christmas
Oh,
movie.
me too.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it. There were really some good parts in it. I thought it went on a lot longer than it should have. But yeah, because it was so lengthy and ridiculous at times, I'm not giving it a thumbs up.
All right, so I'm gonna agree with you. Although it was cute and
Yes, there were parts that were great, but it was way too long,
yes,
too involved,
yes,
too much, and I'm going to have to give it a thumbs down.
exactly. Everything you said, it went on probably a half hour too long.
I couldn't agree more.
There were some parts that were just like, okay, like this is way
Yeah.
too involved, like
Way
too complicated.
way
right.
too involved.
You're absolutely right. But there and agreed. It's
A great
not,
cast. It was a great cast.
correct.
Loved
You-
a
like,
lot. Part of it, parts of it I loved.
Absolutely. You're
But
wow. Yeah.
being a Christmas aficionado,
Mm-hmm.
thumbs down.
You hit everything right on the head. Nobody listening to our show needs to run to Amazon to
No.
watch the new Eddie Murphy movie. However, you're not gonna hate it. It's like you said, it's a
You're
great
not going to
cast.
hate it. And I happen
Yeah.
to love Eddie Murphy and most
Mhm.
of the movies he's ever made. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thumbs down. I'm afraid to say it gets a thumbs down.
All right. Before you rip the Band-Aid off on my recommendation, which you still haven't told me, but I think I know what's about to happen here, I will tell you I watched another movie on Netflix. Ed Helms, Jennifer Garner, Family Switch.
How was that?
Cute. It was cute. Elijah and I watched it. I thought it was cute. And again, an adult does not need to run to Netflix to watch this, but I will tell you, Elijah loved this movie.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So when you're watching it, have a kid with you.
Absolutely. It's a PG film.
Now, you had recommended No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, and I absolutely loved it. And everybody
Okay.
that I've spoken to that's seen it has also really liked it. So that was a good recommendation.
Thank you.
I don't want to rip the Band-Aid off, just 1, 2, 3.
Here
We
it
love that one.
comes.
Good recommendation.
Here it
Then
comes.
you recommended this weekend Like Father with Kristen Bell, Kelsey Grammer, on a cruise ship, may I add.
Right.
I'm going to give it a thumbs down. It got really, really, I don't know what the word is, at the end. And it started off really good.
You didn't cry a little bit?
No.
No tears flowed
No
from those ducts
tears.
of yours.
Absolutely none. And I'm a very
Oh.
good crier. No, it was also a bit too long and a bit too much.
All right, so first of all, I appreciate that. I'm not going to fight you on it. I'm not. I'm not going to
And
because
it did represent everything I hate about cruising, though. I have to tell you. If you ever want to know why I hate to cruise, watch that movie. I don't want to make friends. I don't want to sit at a table that I'm assigned to with other people. No.
well,
No,
I don't
no.
do that. We go on cruises. We don't sit with anyone. We don't do that. But I still see that's
I
part
don't
of the
want to
problem.
win a karaoke competition.
I don't do karaoke competitions. But part of the problem, I think, here is you're not a cruise person. Listen, if that movie didn't take place on a cruise ship, I probably wouldn't love it as much as I do.
I
But,
see.
it takes place on an
So you
actual ship.
actually love it?
No, I just enjoy movies that sail me away from reality on a cruise ship. This was parts of this movie were really filmed on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, so
I
it gets
could
me.
see
You know,
that. Yes, I
right?
could see that it was.
Right.
But I'm sorry, honey. Thumbs down.
All right.
You wasted like 2.5 hours of my life.
No. Listen. I will fully accept that, and I will say that's a reason why it went straight to Netflix. And I also told you there's no Oscars being won on this
Not
film.
one.
Right. But if you like to cruise and you like vacation films, I think it's a cute watch. But I fully understand what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah. No, it's
All
nothing
right.
like No Hard Feelings, which kept me entertained and completely watching every second of the whole movie.
All right,
Really good
fair
movie,
enough.
not too long, kept my attention. This one, I was like, if this something doesn't change,
Oh
I'm turning
boy.
it off. Yeah.
All right. Fair
All right.
enough. I'm not gonna. Did you
I'm
watch it with
sorry.
Brian or just by yourself?
No, by myself.
Okay. I am curious to see his reaction on some of these
Yeah,
things.
no. He came in during the Eddie Murphy one. I was sitting in the living room, and I said, "I'm watching Christmas," and he was watching football, and so he said, "All right, I'm going in the other room," and that was that.
All he had to see were the figurines coming to life, and he's like, "I'm out."
You know, that
I'm
was
going."
my favorite part.
Oh, they were
Because
cute.
as a kid, I don't know about you, but I always was bring you to life. My little, not literally, but in my
Yeah.
head, they were alive and they were talking to me. So that was very enjoyable.
Yes, I get it. All right. Candy, coming up, your Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment at about 8:12. We still have a couple of stories I got to get to. A food place most of us have been to, they started selling something unique, and I think it's tongue-in-cheek, but it's a cute idea. We'll get to that. National Days, good news stories. Got a pretty decent week. Looks mostly dry. We'll get up to about 52 today. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Candy in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.